Hello, everyone. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Today, we have the Ghost of Antietam event for you. The first round here is Cook's Countercharge. Just seeing an overview of that, followed up by our second map, which is the Pry Grist Mill. Two very different maps, one open, one not so open. Thank you to our Patreon members for the support. If you'd like to support, go to the link in the description and get a live stream of all the broadcasts we do. You can advertise your regiment on the bottom of our videos and get raw gameplay footage of everything we cover with no commentary and UI. Our teams for today, on the Confederate side, you have the Archers Brigade, 3rd Kentucky, 7th South Carolina, 7th Louisiana, and the 20th Georgia, whereas on the Union side, you got the 3rd United States Horse Artillery, 5th Corps, 4th New Jersey, 1st Ohio, 2nd United States Sharpshooters, and the Midwest Brigade. I will say 2nd United States Sharpshooters did bounce from Union to CSA, so we appreciate them for doing that. Server pop today is 230 right now, a 14-man imbalance. So despite the balance over from 2nd U.S. Sharps, a 14-man imbalance. And I'll have you know, there are 20 guys on Union Artillery. Frankly, there should be guys balanced over to CSA because it is ridiculous that it is a 5-6-man infantry imbalance when Union has 20 guys on artillery. This is ridiculous. But anyways, frontline reporters today. For the Union side, you have that artillery POV with 3rd United States Horse Artillery von Keinberg. Sorry if I butchered your name, but we get an artillery POV, which is always nice to see. And then we have 7th LA Twista for the CSA side tonight. Co-commentating with me, we have CatchMyDecoys from TKO or 3rd Kentucky. Would you like to introduce yourself? Oh, I just realized that the Discord audio was not set to the right channel. Let me set this quickly. There we go. You should be heard now. Introduce yourself.
Decoys from TKO, leader of the TKO.
There we go. Well, we are glad you're here, Decoys. So, you're a CSA Reg. How does CSA win Cook's Countercharge?
Usually when meeting in pubs or in events in general for this map, it's always a simple basic two CSA units go to the right to clear the Yanks off the hill, 2 go to the left to clear the Yanks on the road and claim the left flank.
And you can see the CSA already pushing up on that right side, going for the few artillery guys that are here. Getting a couple kills. It's 7th LA and 19th Georgia. Countering that force, you have 5th Corps, 14th Indiana, and the 65th Illinois. Actually, it's all a V Corps there. On the other side of the field for CSA pushing up the side, you got Archers Brigade, 20th Georgia. I see a 7th South Carolina tag and the 2nd United States Sharpshooters with some just skirmishing in the center and that of Holton Legion. I don't know if that's Holton Legion, not from Archers Brigade, but
Well, it looks like 7LA just got wiped in the corner.
yeah, is that them flanking around the far side, or did they get wiped in the center of the down CSA?
It's my TKO players over here on the far right of the corner.
Yeah, they set the LA flags down, but yeah, 3rd TKO's there. They don't have a 3rd attack. Oh, they do have a flag.
Yeah, TKO over here is getting clean shots on the right flank of the hill, but 7LA with that down flag there all the way back at main.
Yeah, that's
Usually you don't want to push in the open of the, like, on the left side of the corn, because just like that, you get obliterated.
I prefer not having cover. I don't know about you.
Yeah, sure. As Yankee regiments, bigger numbers, they can just take the hits.
Yeah, CSA is really outnumbered on this right side right now. Union has a nice position in this hill because they have that defilade. Union is going to get 2 guns and a caisson back. They'll probably try to go and get more. 3rd Kentucky, though, is collapsing where the 19th Georgia is. But it seems the larger CSA force, actually, I don't know if it's larger, zooming out and looking at it now, but is on that left side for CSA. Union's down a little bit of tickets already.
Looks like the Union's swinging up on top of the hill now to both companies. Let's see, who are they? Well, actually, both are V Corps. So V Corps is basically doing peak volleys on TKO right now.
Yep. The biggest thing for this map, for Union in general, you have that point of contention in the middle of the map. Union's kind of formed this initial defensive line, which they have some cover. Like we mentioned, there's the hill on the Union left. In the center for the Union line, they have kind of those bushes. It's a little defilade, but not a lot. It's a valley more than anything. And they have more 5th Corps on the right using the shade, the tree, and the bush as cover. Union can fall back further to a second defensive line that's behind a bunch of defilades with the hay bales as well, but the more you fall back as Union, the better it is for CSA. CSA, you just got to push it out.
Yeah, 7LA just rolled in to support their Kentucky on the right flank now, so I think they'll be able to push through with their buck and ball.
Yeah, I'm surprised that CSA is not trying to hit one flank with their team. Do you have any insight as to why? I get wanting to attack both sides, but how I see it is, as a defender, you are kind of forced to spread yourself out at the beginning of the round. In terms of the width of the map, you got to spread out with the width of the map because you don't know where the attackers are going to go. You don't want the attackers to hit the side with no one on it, and then you get completely flanked, right? So, if the defenders are going to spread themselves out like that, why would the attackers also spread themselves out? Why wouldn't the attackers... They should just blob up on one side and just outnumber the defending team on that flank and then roll right through them. So do you have any insight into that?
I think mostly the inside of CSA spreading out their attack is because sometimes there's a chance that like they'll only have one company protecting one flank, and like the CSA has 2 companies that use only Enfield, so if the Enfield company can basically kill the Yankees on one flank, they can then spread out amongst that side and get the rest of the team on their flank, pretty much.
So you're basically saying instead of trying to use your whole team to kind of turn the flank, you're using the group with buck and ball to win a flank and then turn the flank of the defending team.
Yes, okay. Because at the same time, blobbing up and pushing one side is good, but then the Yanks that were on the other side of the field, they can then flank you. They can outmaneuver and get behind you, and then you might get yourself into a kill box.
Fair enough.
Which really will drain the attackers' tickets.
Seen it on Ottawa Sherrick Farms, where the CSA spreads out defensively across the whole map. Union will blob up and hit one side, and then the half of the CSA that didn't get hit just comes around and flanks on the Union's rear as they charge in and they get wiped. Granted, that's poor Union officering as the attackers, but regardless, yeah, I get what you mean. And this is working for CSA. I mean, they're up by 1/4 of a morale stage. We've really been fighting for 6-7 minutes. And the bulk of the CSA losses has been from that 7th LA group getting wiped at the beginning of the round. Which, outside of that, CSA's played well.
Yeah. Yeah, so far the right flank, they're doing really good. They got 7 Tennessee using the rocks and cannons as skirmishing area to flank them on the left. And then you got TKO and 7LA being the main line fighting the top of the hill.
Kind of, obviously they don't know this, but zooming out and looking over it, I really think CSA could charge this out. Especially because you have some Union, or is that all the artillery guys?
Riz is pushing up right now with TKO. They're getting closer to make...
Sorry.
They're already advancing up on the right side, but it looks like they got more reinforcements, the Yankees, on the top of the berm. But it's an even trade.
CSA is charging on CSA left right now. You do have the Midwest Brigade guys. They pushed really far forward. First LAB's charging them out right now. That's going to be an easy wipe for CSA. That might force Union down to engage. But Union's got 18 guys still in artillery. Most of those guys are just sitting around here doing nothing. I know they probably want to go up for their artillery at some point, but you got to have the Union infantry charge out CSA, and that's just stupid. I think those guys should get off artillery and join the infantry.
Yeah, and that's one thing I kind of focus in the battle is, I know my boys want to probably have fun and have a battery, but at the same time, having men take artillery, it is a huge ticket drainage as a defending team. Because the moment you spawn on arty, you're either set in skirmishing or out of line, because you're spread out.
which
You got a bucket ball load waiting in front of you.
yeah, which to the Union guys' credits, they're not spawning on their artillery position, so props to them in that aspect. But they're still not doing a whole lot. I mean, we've seen them charge the CSA on the hill once, and they got wiped. If anything, that's just a huge ticket drain. I don't know if they were trying to charge to win there and take more artillery back, but it's not working good. You can see them pushing up again, which honestly, I kind of like these charges, despite the tactical blunder that they are, because it's just fun to watch artillery charge.
They're charging us. They're charging.
Oh yeah.
Like they're hitting where first LAD
wow.
is right now. They don't have nearly as much numbers to do anything. But that's the thing.
And then one thing about battery on this map too is positioning these guns. If you even get guns back, sometimes the shells are still gonna just go through the lines where you shoot them, unless you're aiming at their toes. But like over here, they're trying to shoot our boys on the right flank, the 3rd Kentucky and 7LA, and the shells are just going through.
Now, I don't necessarily know the fuse time on those guns. Oh, there's some charging here on the Union right, or yeah, 4th New Jersey charged up. I don't know why 4th New Jersey didn't go in with 3rd USHA.
Sorry. Bye.
Well, now they're dying out of line.
Yep.
They got wiped by 2nd US
I mean,
and AB of Texas.
we just saw Union drop a third of a stage because of those poor charges, and now Union's kind of fallen back to these second defensive lines that I mentioned earlier. You have the hill here, which Union's kind of holding on, but if they fall back, they can get a little defilade. But Union's spreading out pretty nice. It's pretty neat to look at.
Yeah. I do notice they do have a little skirm group of V-Corps, 8th Connecticut. I think that's them. It's about 1, 2, 3, 4, 7 guys over here. So far, I haven't seen a dead body in this line over here because no one's paid attention to this right flank.
Right
They're
flank of
getting
the Union.
shots, but the moment that line looks at them, they're free tickets.
Yeah, CSA hits engaged, about a half a morale stage difference. I don't like Union crouching like this. I know it cuts your body in half, and I guess some of these Union guys, by crouching, they're more defilated. Like the Union left here with these 14th Indiana, 8th Connecticut guys. The guys on the far left in the line have okay cover with the defilated hill, but the guys on the right side of the line, you can see they're dying a lot because there's CSA in the bushes to the southwest in 7th Tennessee and these Holcomb guys. But all these guys are crouching. They're all dying. They're dying in skirmishing, which is just going to drain your tickets like crazy.
Well, great. Now those 7 skirmishers I was talking about, they're getting behind 3rd Kentucky now, but they spotted them, and now they're about to die as skirmishing tickets.
Yeah, this is a very hard map to win for Union. It's very, very hard. You can't make any mistakes, and Union's not going to win this game. Obviously, if you just look at the ticket amount, it's almost a 3/4 of a morale stage difference right now. But when you're charging out as little tiny groups at the CSA, who is attacking, right? You're defending, and you know you're outnumbered. It's just bad.
Oh
bad
my
offside.
god.
What happened?
Okay, I may say shells and cases may go through the line, but canister will do the
Oh, yeah,
job.
canister
because
will
I
do
just
that.
saw my Kentucky boys get wiped.
I missed it. I might have seen the long view, but
I'm recording too, so I'll have a clip up too.
there we go. You know, they shot the shot, and my game like lagged for a second or two.
Yeah, Rose was like saying, "All right, boys, reformed it," and then it was shot, the cannon fired, and like 5 groans. I'm like, "Oh shit!"
And it looks like they're maybe holding back the defilade of that hill. But
And it looks like the Union's doing a full team battle line on the point.
it looks very sick, by the way.
It actually does, to be honest.
You don't see it too often, but
Looking at the battery, looks like the 20 people on there went and grabbed the rifle now. So
yay.
so now they're playing properly.
Yeah, props to them. No, because Now, I can understand the justification for 20 guys on artillery. You're trying to roll the guns back on this map because, as you can see, they're pretty far forward. CSA is going to take them right away. So I can get having 20 guys on there, and I'm glad that they got off of it because they tried to get some guns, and then they got off it. That's probably why they charged like they did, so they could spawn in as infantry. And if that's the case, props to them. It's better than F9ing, so...
Yeah, definitely.
I might have been too harsh earlier then, but
No, like I get it. They use the manpower to roll cannons, but at the same time, that was the actual cause of losing some tickets. Because
right.
at the beginning, when TKO started shifting left in the corn, they formed an L shape and they were shooting the rest of the Arty guys that were in the line.
And I know they probably would have charged and killed some CSA tickets, but they probably died in skirmishing and out of line a fair chunk. So I don't, maybe F9ing, who knows? But regardless, it's good to see that. So Union's going to get down to taking losses here pretty shortly. I mean, CSA just needs to keep this up. This is a really hard map for Union. I don't think Union's playing it as good as they could be, but at least they're doing it organized as a team, which is better than everyone trying to do their own individual thing.
Definitely. Yeah, for the CSA, I think in this kind of situation, when you got the whole Union team forming a big line, I wouldn't recommend one side charging it alone, because then the entire Union team will collapse onto them. So it's better to just shoot it out, get them down to taking losses, maybe go for an early cap, or even just shoot them down to breaking with 26 minutes down.
Yeah, no, you got 26 minutes, I think. You got plenty of time to shoot them down, charge them. No need to cap and risk letting the Union have a half a morale stage in tickets. And I think the biggest reason why Union is losing tickets as they are because most guys are crouching. They're probably doing it to get more cover. But again, when a guy dies in skirmishing, that's 3 tickets compared to 1, and now Union's down to taking losses.
Ooh, that volley set him to taking losses.
So we're almost 20 minutes into the match starting. Probably 15, 17 minutes since the start of actual combat, and CSA's putting a good pace on. On the CSA left, they're starting to shift down the fence more. You got 20th Georgia, 5th Alabama's starting to follow. They're just trying to get closer, get some better shots. And actually, if you go down for a CSA that, a lot of these guys from Union are covered, which is probably why they're crouching, but I don't know if it's necessarily worth it, just in terms of tickets.
Somehow a battery from like 10 feet away hit the hill and it still knocked over a couple of my guys. But it didn't kill them, so that's good. The Yankees on the right are like at the hay bales now.
Yeah, they're starting to get there. Who's there right now? 3rd USHA and some 5th Corps guys. So I like that CSA is slowly inching their way forward, especially on CSA left. Just get close to the Union, keep the shots going. I mean, I won't be surprised if this is how the rest of the round goes, outside of a couple charges that we'll get when Union goes down the breaking. 2nd US Sharp starting to move up as well.
Yeah, looks like the left flank, the CSA has already have a footstep ahead. Looks like the shootout, it's just a shootout right here, it's evenly trading. Of course, the Union are crouching, they're constantly dying, which is what's draining more of their tickets faster, and what the hell, we got a Rambo.
No, that's really hurt, has to be hurt.
And even though the Union morale stage has not been dropping the past few minutes, the the fronts and the ends of the bars
It's okay, we're standing though.
go down really
Yeah,
slowly
no.
at those points for some reason.
Oh shit.
But it's starting to get to the point where Union's going down. We can cut to the front line reporters' views.
Check.
Are you looking
Got
at
Twisted
my
there
ass?
holding the flag for 7th LA.
Oh,
Who's to the right of 3rd Kentucky. And
He can't
You
see
got
the hill. I understand what I'm saying, but we can.
3rd USHA. Union's trying to push it really far on this left side. Vonkenberg is leading the 3rd USHA. They're going out of bounds. They're trying to flank around like we saw with the 8th Connecticut Cav earlier. Are they going to... How far are they going to go?
Looks like they're using the shade line.
Yeah.
Probably gonna get some shots off because I don't know if it's out of bounds for Union or if it's just CSA that are out of bounds here.
It's on the edge of out of bounds for Union. But yeah, it's great spotting from 3rd USHA because there is a bush between 7th LA and them. So there's obviously the cover of that, but also the Union's in the shade, which the shade provides cover. It basically makes it very hard to see your screen because if you're looking at it from my POV here, I know you can't see it decoys, but if you just look at the 3rd Usher guys in the woods, they're silhouetted. So shade's great, and you have some CSA starting to move over. 19th Georgia's moving that way to combat that. Some CSA on the left though are pushing really far. 1st LAB is pushing really far down. Getting closer and closer to the Union spawn. And they're going to have really great shots here on these Union guys.
Yeah. Now they're starting to... They're getting in a crossfire right now. But this guy was standing in skirmishing, taunting the officer and proceeds to lose 3 tickets there. Yeah, now those 3rd Usher guys, they're running away back to the hay bales now.
Yeah, which is good on them. They saw CSA starting to approach them. 19th Georgia was going through the corn, and you know, if you realize you're going to be hit, lose your team tickets, you pull back. Like that a lot. So Union forced Confederates down to taking losses. Morale difference is a little less than a half of morale stage, but again, it's going to take a moment for CSA to actually start losing tickets on the morale stage. Back on CSA left, They pushed both flags up, and most of that CSA left flank, you got 20th Georgia moved up here. They are starting to get flanking shots on the Union line. You can see the Union line is kind of reacted this way, shifting towards them, still skirmishing.
Yeah. Yeah, they're spread out. They're taking their name. They got a little death late to use. Except from the north-northwest where the CSA is holding, like, basically the spawn pretty much. They can get them kills right there easily if they just aim really low.
Which is a great position by them, by the way.
Yeah, if the rest of this line over here, who's this? The 2nd US, roll up to the left too, they could probably tear them up more and get them down to breaking. What?
Looks like they're starting to push up, yeah. Yeah, you can see that Union morale stage is just dropping at this point. We got a couple good hits there. So, I mean, the one at least good thing about this Union line, even though they're taking a lot of tickets, and we'll truly see what the morale stage difference is once CSA starts losing some tickets and taking losses. But they're holding the point, so that if CSA does try to take it when they hit breaking, they're there and they're able to defend that. So, at least that's one upside to where Union's at. Obviously, it's a huge downside that they're going to get there so quickly.
Yeah.
CSA even pushing further up on this left side. 20th Georgia and others pushing up to the straight fence there. Just getting an even better angle. I'm really intrigued to see what the Union skirmishing losses are at the end of this match.
Yeah. Right side, it's just peeking and shooting. They got like most of the Union over there focusing them.
Exactly.
But I'm surprised the rest of the Union team on the left flank, where the CSA's at, ain't putting pressure over here to push them out. Because this is what's draining their tickets more.
What, the 3rd Kentucky and 7th LA? Is that what you're saying?
So yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is like two Union companies are on the right, focusing 3rd Kentucky and 7 LA, instead of sending one to at least push out the right flank, at least contest it, because they're getting outshot over here to the northwest. And the fact that they're crouching, like their tickets are really dropping. I estimate like at 16 flat, they probably might even hit. They'll hit breaking.
I agree with that.
Don't.
Just saw a server announcement. If you shoot out a spawn, you are a target, which is funny. Because the rule for this event, you can't shoot into somebody's spawn. Because for Cook's countercharge, Union spawn is about where I'm looking with my camera, and CSA can easily spawn camp that. Union any second now is going to hit breaking. And CSA does have the time to just keep this going until last stands hit. They could charge, though. They have the ticket lead to really not be bothered by a drastic loss of a charge. And if anything, I might bait the Union to take their original positions, which you won pretty quickly. What are you doing, Mr. Rambo? Oh, he maybe didn't realize it was up.
In 10 seconds, we're about to hear a bunch of rebel screams.
If they hit it at 16. Aww.
It's close.
What's your next time prediction? No. Oh, you were 6 seconds off. 6 seconds off.
Wait, hold on.
Alright, is the CSA just going to keep doing this, or are they going to charge? You can see they're starting to push up a little bit in the center. By that I mean 3 dudes taking up that bush. I think that's capping, but I'm not entirely sure. Union on the right side pulling back even further.
Yeah,
which I don't know why they didn't do that sooner.
They're getting the hell out of there. But at the same time, they got no choice. Now they got to stay on point.
Yep.
15 minutes. If I was Union, I would have waited until taking losses. I would have waited like till the bar was halfway down taking losses and force CSA to cap, because then you get more time to actually go and counterattack to regain some tickets.
Exactly. You got to pull back to that cemetery or pull back deep into the woods by your spawn. But it looks like 3rd Kentucky here in 7th LA, they're going to start making a move towards point. You have a good chunk of CSA already in the bushes, a multitude of groups there. And we'll see if the CSA left, the CSA left can't really see what they're doing on this right side, I don't think. Just with defilades and everything, but CSA guys for 3rd Kentucky and 7th LA are not capping, by the way.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Ooh, V-Core Major Rick's about to push up the hill now. Let's see if their Kentucky can look to the right.
Yeah, you need to try to
The moment I come back to spec their Kentucky, that is where artillery hits them exactly. But they're not looking behind them, because now who is this? 8 Connecticut's charging the rear now. Oh my God! Who's that screaming?
19th Georgia guy. Yeah. And 3rd Kentucky, 7th LA now realize what's up. Both their flags are down. This was a good push out by Union. Oh, wait. Can Vadim get the flag out? Vadim?
No, Vadim!
I want to see if they keep pushing or not. Union could have a chance if the rest of the Union here turned the flank of the CSA and tried to push them out completely. It could happen. Although Union would get very close to last stand. But you might wipe all the flags, which...
Well, it doesn't look like they're going to keep their momentum, because now they're pulling back to the line. Actually, they're just going to reclaim that deflate behind that hill now. So far, this left flank's just slowly advancing up the hill, shooting down the Yankees, so not bad. It took them 5 minutes to get them down the breaking, but now that we gotta wait for 2 companies, it might take a little longer to get them the last stand, so they just need to play aggressive now. Use their buck and ball to their advantage. CSA wise.
We're pretty steady.
There's one thing you don't know. The third. Let's see. CSA has Third Arkansas Company A. That's our drill camp regiment that we use for when we do our drills. So each unit has each of our privates, and the privates have a certain uniform where it's like a red cross on their chest. Our first class has a white T-shirt. Of course, we got 2 mercs, so they probably got random outfits on. So they probably got excited and were like, "Yeah, we got our uniforms." So I didn't catch that.
So it looks like 7th LA and 3rd Kentucky are going to go back to that right side of CSA. Going through the corn this time, except for a Red Baron, or Rad Baron. It's just straight for it.
He's like, "I'm going for the flag."
I mean, it looks like only one of the flags is down. They might have gotten the other one out when Union was retreating and reforming. They would probably call it reforming.
Yeah, they got one of the top company's flags. The flag that's down is currently one of 3rd Arkansas's.
Yeah, and some guys are running up trying to get it.
Let's see how this push through the corn looks. Because the fact that they don't got a flag, they won't really see them coming.
Yeah, that's a big... And Union is, like you mentioned, staying back in the defilade, so these Holt guys can pick up the flag, and they did, so...
8th Connecticut skirmishers on the right. 6 of them.
It's just going to be a great chance for CSA to roll up on the flank. I mean, what are you 8th Connecticut skirmishers doing? Do you not see them in front of you? Oh, they didn't see him.
No, you don't.
They didn't see him. They didn't see him.
My they're Kentucky seeing them in the corner now. They're killing.
To the right.
Fucking get out of here, boys!
They definitely did not see him.
Free tickets right here. Free tickets.
That's free real estate.
Nice job, dude.
So they get some tickets there. Union's almost down to last stand. Confederate's going to hit breaking any second, which doesn't really matter. We might see CSA hit final push, but I think CSA is going to have plenty of time to do whatever they want.
Nice.
Fuck out of me!
Alright, let's see. 9 minutes and 50 seconds left. I definitely think CSA will get them the last stand within probably the 6-minute marker at this rate if they don't get any closer or aggressive.
Now, are you saying at the 6-minute marker? Is that your prediction
My
time?
prediction is 6-minute marker, last final stand.
I hope you're 6 seconds off again.
Yeah, I might be up like 2 minutes. It might happen early. It just depends. If those skirmishers keep doing that stupid right flank. Sorry if they watch this video. I don't mean to call them stupid, but saying it's costing tickets. If that happens again,
we're not
they might drop early.
When we critique something, we critique the strategy at play. We do not critique you as an individual. I just hit my mute on my mic, but we critique the strategy and the tactics behind something, not the individual. So,
Yes.
unless your name is CatchMyDecoys, in which case you hate every person and you're critiquing them. I'm kidding. But, no. I don't know, 6 minutes.
Oh, wait. What did you think when you first saw TKO? What do you think it stands for?
Tactically knocking out everyone. I added an E at the end of it. Actually, what does it mean?
Kentucky Outlaws. They're Kentucky Outlaws.
Is that what that actually means?
Yes. The
Actually
reason
didn't
it's a
know
T is because if I would have put a 3, it would have been 3KO, which didn't make sense. So, We decided to call ourselves TKO as of the 3rd Kentucky Outlaws.
Hey, that works. So, it's been fascinating. Didn't point this out, but a couple minutes ago, the Union started all standing up instead of crouching, which you would think at this point of the game they're trying to do everything they can to preserve their tickets, which is why they're standing up. Which begs the question, why did you not do this throughout the entirety of the round?
Exactly.
So, you got 20th Georgia pushing up on the point. Points starting to go in CSA's favor. That's way faster than Natural Decay.
Yeah, one thing too is that as Union on this map, there's a whole def lead behind the point that they could have used instead of crouch in the front of the def lead.
Yeah, that too.
I get it.
Which,
I get it. They're probably trying to deny giving enemy ground, but at the same time, it's what drained your tickets a lot. You had them crouch in an open field when you had a def lead behind you.
yep, and really props to the 1st LAB, 5th Alabama, 2nd US Sharps, and 20th Georgia, because even if Union pulled back as far as they did, or as far as they should have been, the CSA, like they did, just rolled up on the Union right and just flanked their whole line. So I think CSA played this well. I think this is more of a result of poor Union play.
Wow.
More than great CSA play, but CSA did exactly what they need to do, and they did very well for what it was. So 3rd Kentucky's pulling up. You got 7th LA to their right. CSA's pushing actually down the road near Union. You got the 1st LA.
30 seconds from I predicted. 30 seconds. No.
Oh, 6 times.
Holy shit, second.
I don't know, 5.8.
6 at 6:38. That's what it is. They had less than. I was 38 seconds off.
But CSA is gonna. I think they're gonna cap here. I don't know why Union hasn't countercharged this yet. They're very late.
Yeah, they are really late to the
And-
party.
Anyways, quick thoughts for this round, Decoys. CSA victory.
Definitely CSA played their sides well. It was even. And definitely most of the blame would be for the Yankees standing in front of a def lead instead of using it behind or even using the bushes. Because that literally drained their tickets, especially while crouching. But CSA played this really well.
Yeah, no, I agree. Like I was mentioning, it's a very CSA biased map, and you got to play it perfectly as Union. And Union made a lot of mistakes this round, but CSA took advantage. All the props to them. I really liked the CSA when they pushed up on the Union right, CSA left. That was really good. This is overall a great round from CSA. You did exactly what you need to do in terms of the playbook, and you won decisively. Union just keeping themselves pretty far forward. You had the independent groups going out, and just the crouching. It really kills you on tickets. Union, look at, they have more skirmishing than information deaths right now. You can't do that on any defending map, especially Cooks. But besides all that, they're going to have more skirmishing than information. We will see you for round number 2 very shortly. Alrighty, here we are live with round number 2. Numbers are balanced now. The 14th Indiana swapped sides from Union to CSA, so very appreciative of that. Also, Kinfolk, I don't know how you got those 2 little cross things at the end of the name, but they look pretty cool. Anyways, let's get to round number 2 with the Pry Grist Mill. Decoys, how does CSA win this map?
Usually the CSA has to see where the mass charge is going, either right or left, and they follow it. But if it's split up, then you obviously got to even out the companies to where 2 go left, 2 go right, or 1 holds the center and 2 go left or right or something like that.
Very much so. And Union is going to hit that CSA left, their right side. And it looks like they might just go in straight away. You have some CSA in the 19th Georgia holding CSA left with 7th LA to their right. You have some Union hitting the CSA right, but they're just more probing, and Union's already crossing the river. I like this a lot.
Yeah, their Kentucky's reacting now. They're shifting to the left. CSA left, I mean, my bad.
Yeah, you can see them starting to move over right now. You got 7th Tennessee in front. 3rd Kentucky shifting that way now. And we'll see how aggressive
Oh,
Union wants to take
good
this.
volley from 7 back.
Tighten up this line.
They should have hit all those shots, but here we go.
Tighten up this line.
Because they're Kentucky reinforcing the line.
Yep, they're going in right now, but 7th LA, 7th Tennessee getting wiped.
We're still going.
1 down flag. 19th Georgia fell way back. 3rd Kentucky in the middle of it now. Unfortunately for them, they came in by themselves and a little late to the charge. It's just the fog of war that'll do that to you, and 3rd Kentucky is wiped. So what a start to the game from the Union side here.
Yeah. That's why it's really important to like have runners close to give the to pass what is going on, because just like that, the Yankees got a foothold on the left, and they'll be able to either cap point early or just sit back and shoot out what's over here on the right.
Yep, and really props to Union because they didn't stop. They swanned in, they just went for it, and they didn't hesitate, which makes it hard for the defending team to, you know, send runners and do all that. So, great start from the Union team. You have 20th Georgia trying to flank the Union force here with a multitude of different guys from different groups here. 19th Georgia picks up one of the flags.
Oh my God, Evans, run with me, let's go.
I'm moving.
Some of these CSA guys are yelling pretty loud, which you don't want to alert the Union mob there because otherwise they would probably turn and charge you out.
Bad thing here is 20th Georgia like halt, and then they just got shot to death.
Yeah.
Standing there, not shooting back. So I don't know. I guess they were just going for flag recoveries, but at the same time, get a volley off at least. Shoot, and then get out the hell out of there. Because this ain't HRE where with that 30-minute rule of no sprinting and bail.
Yep.
On here, you can run it, run up, send a volley, and then get the heck out of there.
So you got a lot of CSA trying to flank around the side. 7th LA is in front. 3rd Kentucky moving behind. And 7th LA is going to charge in by themselves. This is for, and Union's going to cap.
Spear wall, spear wall.
Why is 3rd Kentucky not charging? Yeah? Sorry.
I don't know. I was about to say what you were saying. Why didn't I follow it up?
Yeah, why? It's either 7th LA winning on their own without talking to 3rd Kentucky, or 3rd Kentucky just ignored, which, based on the coordination levels that we've seen from everything tonight, I doubt people would be ignoring each other. Or maybe a run or die. 3rd USHA pushing on the Union left. They're harassing. Gary Dean here is going to get killed. A poor little story there.
Turn around, turn around, turn around.
And they're more harassing. Union does have tickets to burn, so I don't really mind independent groups from Union charging and dying. CSA trying to flank Union on both sides, but again, they're pretty split up. And if Union could just turn in one of those directions and charge, which they're actually doing right now, they could wipe that.
Yeah, what needs to happen here is CSA just, oh, well, never mind. I was about to say they should charge in and wipe them out and get tickets back at least, instead of shoot them out and lose the chance of recovering on tickets.
Yep, because I've said it a few times in multitude of broadcasts, but when you're a defending team and the attacking team caps the point, your objective should be to retake that point as quickly as possible. Obviously, that makes sense. As a defender, you want that black timer to keep ticking. But also, when you're down on tickets like the CSAR, if they retake the point, they will go up to the percentage of tickets that the attackers are at. And the thing is as the counterattack progresses, the attacking team, which is Union in this case, is going to lose tickets. And so, as a defender, you won't be able to regain as many tickets as you would like. And the longer this goes, CSA is not going to be able to go up as high as they would want to, and that black timer is still at 38 minutes. So CSA's got to move in quick, but obviously you got to do it as a team, and trying to coordinate it when CSA is as spread out as they are ain't going to be easy. I mean, I guess that's kind of a good question is, how do you communicate as a team to effectively try to retake the point, or I guess do anything in general when you're spread out as the CSA is?
That's why you always have to designate a runner in your unit. Tell, like, what I do is when I'm moving out, I just pick out one of my NCOs of my unit and I say, you're in charge of passing the word to the line when we move.
So
just get that designated runner.
So obviously runners can die. So how does that work with runners dying? Like, will the guy spawn back in and be like, hey, I never delivered the message, and so you just send them out again, or?
Yeah, might as well send them again. Nah, not really at this case. It's better to mass up, and then Technically, if the other companies see a mass charge going, that should give them the idea that we should join the charge. But I have seen that lately in some matches where people ignored it.
I mean, yeah, that just makes sense, because if you see your friendlies going and, you know, you might as well help that or else it's going to fail.
They're about to hit the Kentucky with a charge.
Yep, and this is what Union should be doing. I mean, it doesn't matter if they do it or not, but this is really going to bring everybody's tickets down, which is very smart on their part. And CSA on the right is not taking advantage. They're still just kind of sitting there, but obviously they might not know what's going on.
Yeah, that is the other thing here is I'm seeing a lot of these guys sit here on the right where the Alamo's at, just shooting, instead of at least going for the cap or assist with what's going on the left. Because the melee activity they're getting over here on the right is this 1, 2, 3, 11 guys on the mill. And then of course they got 4th New Jersey and Cav in the middle.
Yeah, it really almost feels like CSA is outnumbered like they are last round, but Union's just out-blobbing them, defeating them in detail more effectively. Which, I don't know why, mostly just because you can't communicate easily through a Steam chat or whatever because they're using runners. I wonder why the CSA is not blobbing up on the right and then trying to charge point from there. Because it's clear if CSA keeps trying to go to the far left side of the map, from their POV, the CSA left, they try to go to that left side, they're not going to be able to communicate with that big other CSA group, and they won't be able to charge in together.
Let's see. Their plan right now is they're going down the road.
Yeah, if they're going down the road, I like that move a lot. I just think CSA, Union's pretty entrenched and they're moving pretty much as one big group. If CSA is going to want to try to retake this back, they got to do it as one big team. And you're only going to be able to do that efficiently and effectively if the whole team is near each other. So, CSA starting to move out of their spawn. 3rd Kentucky in front.
Get that positioning, get that positioning. Get in there. Right here. 2 right left, right here.
Is 3rd Kentucky about to shoot in their friendlies?
Oh my god.
One team kill. 2 team kills.
So no!
They are... The Twista, the frontline... Twista is the frontline reporter. He's an admin, so I can see the team kills.
He was gonna push the mill to clear the Yanks down there and then swing right. But he just killed our friendlies.
Yeah, they got 2 team kills there. So this is the pinnacle of broadcasting when you bring someone on and their regiment does something like that. It's always beautiful.
Yeah.
Do you have any official 3rd Kentucky reply to that situation right there? An official response? PR.
I gotta take days after this is what I gotta do.
But you got the whole CSA team, at least they're together now. They're pushing up. They're getting closer. They're shooting the Union. They got to charge at some point. Union's not going to charge, I think, this out. They haven't done it yet. And also, they probably are assuming that CSA is grouped up as a team if there's no CSA behind him, which there is no CSA behind him at this point. So.
Double quick, let's go, double quick.
Yeah, you shoot them, Savage.
They only got like those skirmish behind the white barn over here in the log shooting at them.
It's a nice spot. But, I mean, the biggest thing is as long as you can coordinate with your team and try to push them out.
Yeah. Especially with, like, they have 38 minutes on the black timer. And if they recap now, they can go all the way up to engage.
Yep.
And it still wouldn't look really too good on tickets-wise because you're already down and engaged within 7 minutes, basically.
Yep. Okay. So first LAB going out left, engaging the Union. That's why during a counterattack phase, the team trying to retake the point, the defenders, the original defenders rather, because Union's now actually considered the defenders, but the original defending team, that's why their tickets don't really matter during this. What really matters is what is the original attacking team's tickets, which in this case is the Union, because like we're mentioning,
Yeah, we need to
CSA
shift
can go up
this
to the
line to
percentage
the
of
left.
tickets that the Union's at, which is a high engaged. The only time that the original defending team's tickets actually matter is if they go down to their last stage of final push, because they're now considered the attackers trying to retake that point, so they hit the attacker last stage of final push, which if Union holds for the next 11 minutes, we could see.
I think a mass charge is going on.
I saw everyone fucking scattered in every direction.
11 minutes.
Okay, 11.
I didn't blame you for that. It kind of, DC kind of got a little excited there.
Yeah, I did see a couple of them starting to take too far ahead, but not many. So they're about to go in about 8 seconds.
Hey, 5 seconds. Make sure it says caption when you get up there.
Let's see. So it looks like, I don't know if they're necessarily charging, but more just trying to hold on the edge of the point to retake. 7th LA is going really far forward. It looks like 7th LA might be charging in here.
Yeah, 7 LA is going in.
Yeah,
So
CSA.
Kentucky's capping point instead of going in to charge, which they should.
Yeah, the whole CSA team's got to charge in here, because when half the CSA charges in here, that CSA team is not going to win. The half that charge, and then the Union here are probably going to countercharge the rest of the CSA and hold this point.
Oh, no, they're not watching their rear. MWB and Third Ash is about to get behind TKO.
Move up, move up.
Scoot up right here. There's a defending.
Straight on.
Fuck your ribs.
You missed. You're bad.
This is a great push.
Bad soldier.
It's a small group, and they're actually Union's going to win this. But again, anything to get Union tickets down so CSA can't regain as many tickets is always a good thing in my book. And you can see now what I mentioned a moment ago. Half the CSA team charged out of the group that was charging. Half of them charged in. The other half stayed on point. The half that charged got wiped, and you just saw Union kind of push forward. And they finished off the remnants of that half that didn't charge in.
Yeah.
So Union's really entrenched here.
And if there's a full team charge and I see it myself, I don't care if my boys don't have a load. We're getting in there. They got a bat. They can kill them.
Yep,
That is how you must do it. Whether you got a load or no bail, you just get in there and beat them to death.
And we saw a whole lot of CSA not charge in as well, which all the tiny stuff adds up. Sure, you have some Union holding across the river shooting, but when you're trying to charge in and retake the point, you want to give yourself every possible advantage, and so you need everybody in there.
I mean, like.
So Union's a little less than halfway through engaged, or a little more rather, maybe even halfway. Who knows? And CSA is almost down to breaking. They could hit final push after their next charge, which we could see that gold timer drop potentially.
Just run out of it. Just if you run out of it.
Gotta get banned, man.
Bangable. Oh.
Hey, Wa.
Alright, guys, I'm
That's my fault. They made this place so defensible. And I.
So what are you thinking, decoys? I mean, how does CSA pull this out at this point? It's pretty rough.
He's down by the riverbank. He's up here.
They just need to pick one general direction and hit that side, overrun it. The blob. They gotta pull a CSA blob.
Now, do you think what direction would be the best direction for CSA to hit the Union here? Ooh. Third Usher's pushing up the left, Union left.
Yeah, we've been here this whole time.
They're putting some good damage in on that side. And you have a couple CSA groups sitting on the far side behind the Union line here shooting. And they're getting some nice kills. But how are they helping their team trying to retake the point in terms of a charge? I mean, they're in nice spots, but if the rest of their friendlies charge, they hopefully see that and go in. They didn't last time.
Spread it out just a little bit, gentlemen. Spread it out just a little bit.
all these nuts. Yeah,
So CSA down the braking now.
Oh, ain't gonna do shit, boy. This shit empty.
Okay, sorry, I was on the phone with my mom.
You're good.
I don't know, are we? I just spawned in.
It's more important than this. that's
And
for sure.
they just need a charge because they're already in braking, and if they keep staying there to shoot out instead of commit to the charge, to a charge like an actual mass team charge, including these skirmishers out here to the left side of the CSA side. In fact, they're about to get charged out right now by Connecticut Cav.
Yeah, which they went in pretty poorly, but you know, that's a lot of out of lines.
Actually, yeah,
CSA's not going to be able to regain
True.
as many. But also, those guys will spawn back in right away, so it's not the end of the world. You have some more CSA shifting around to the left side of the CSA line. 20th Georgia moving that way.
Load in hole, second. Load in hole.
Second, they're charging
Yeah,
in
no,
6
they-
minutes. They're charging in right now. Just
Oh, they're
Okay, got it.
Adam just told the rest of the guys on the left they're about to charge in at 6 minutes. The question is can the coordination be done? CSA on the left, so 20th Georgia spearheading this. Rest of the CSA starting to collapse. I see first LAB. Can the Union hold this? A lot of CSA not charging the Union line.
Again. Let's see. There's this unit over here at the mill, 7LA. They're coming in behind, or they don't even see 3rd Usha. They're not gonna clear them. They're heading straight for the charge. Good.
3rd Kentucky's now getting in the main charge here.
Oh yes, this might be where the tide turns, because now here comes first LAB on the left. But that calf pistol is what's fucking them up now. Let's see if they just keep going. Come on! Oh my god, it is really close.
Union trying to keep their flags up. They're going to keep spawning in guys. CSA doesn't have a force to wipe this off, like you were mentioning as well. 3rd Usha's holding up on that left side. Union's probably going to hold this.
Sorry, Wiggy.
Yeah, Union held. They're getting their flags across the river because CSA does have a closer spawn, so they're gonna go start piling up on the point now. They should.
Yeah, CSA, they got to keep pushing this. They definitely have the numbers to win this or make it closer. But if they sit back and reform, they're going to let the Union do that.
Oh, shit.
I mean, I assume there's a fair amount of Union coming from Maine. Yeah, they're all streaming in from Union Maine right now, and they're about to reinforce this back up. And CSA should have charged you sooner.
At this point, if I would have just said, don't stack on flag, just spawn main, bat, and get to the point. Just get there.
Yep.
Because flag's gonna get piled up with people in there. And we just need to get our butts on the point, hold it, and then just recapture it. Because right now, CSA is about to hit final push.
And we'll see if that
Which
goal
the
timer.
timer will probably drop to 2 minutes.
CSA right is there's some charging. 7th LA, 20th Georgia, engaging with 3rd Usha. 3rd Usha's not going to win that, but we'll see if they keep pushing in. Union spawns from Maine. Looks like most of them have arrived on that point. CSA is very scattered out as we approach the 3 minutes 20 seconds on the gold timer. Yeah, here they go. They're going to final push for the gold timer drop. What's the gold timer even going to drop to? Because it's 2 times from your main spawn to the point of contention without bayonets and reloads. It's probably got to be like a minute and a half.
Do what you're doing is murder. Join the ranks and murder.
Oh, press the ledge, oh!
Keep the flags up. Flags up.
Make sure the rebels do not cross this line!
Fill the hole in the right. Run, Dark Lord. In the right.
Well, raise them, Lieutenant saying they're gonna push at 2:30.
Right side, right
Hmm?
side.
Most of the CSA is there, so they better go.
Give them the what for.
Union's kind of using the river defilade. How many are... Oh, the timer didn't go down at all, so they got...
They gotta go now.
CSA's got infinite tickets, but they got alerted at 220. This is a piss poor charge so far. It's very spread out, but at least most of them are starting to go in. It looks like they will prevail just with their advantage in numbers. Never mind, that was not a piss poor charge. It almost looked
Yeah,
like
no,
it.
they got him. They need to get the flags. They got to stop those flags from crossing. If they could stop them, they can farm out of line tickets right there. But it looks like 2 Yankee flags are what's getting away.
Yep, and now CSA is going to have to hold the front side. We'll see how Union plays this. CSA is probably going to retake this before Union is able to remount any major effort, except for 3rd Usher, who is pushing up. 3rd Usher should just charge and hit their team in the braking.
Yeah, keep them in breaking. As the attacking team, you want, at this point, if they're recapturing point and you're right there, just waste tickets. Don't let them get in any, because right here the Union had a perfect plan. They capture point, they held it for so long to drain them down the braking, basically. And now they got 38 minutes to just shoot them out.
Yep. And that's what this round is going to be. Okay, 3rd Usher and Midwest Brigade, guys, they need to charge in here before CSA retakes the point.
This is about to hit braking, and they're about to go into braking.
Yeah, I mean, CSA, why would you charge this?
I got it in the mill. The mill's getting packed up now. Oh, man.
Oh, I like this from Union. Okay. Not a bad idea. 3rd Usher, Midwest Brigade, they get pretty much pushed back. The biggest concern is that if those guys stayed back and shot where they were and survived the CSA taking the point and then CSA killed them, Union might be down on tickets. And the game's kind of tight, so we'll see how Union wants to play this. 38 minutes.
Hug wall once you're loaded.
If no one spots this big blob of Union in the mill, well, they might be doomed.
Yeah,
wait,
I mean, Union's organized.
Someone moving over here.
I want to see how CSA sets up themselves defensively, because Union's blobbed up. Both sides are breaking. Who is this on the far? 19th Georgia, 7th LA are on the far CSA left. 2nd U.S. Sharp skirmishing. You got the most of the team blobbed in the center though, with 20th Georgia on the far right. So the CSA is kind of spread out themselves.
Yeah. The Yankee Cav have set themselves in the center, basically on point. I think you'll be capturing over here as. Oh, he didn't get the flag. And this is not a good spot really for the CSA to keep holding, because they're in a crossfire. They got the Cav across the river, and then you got Yankees over here at the mill.
Union's gonna charge. So
here comes the mass steam charge from the Union in the north, in the west of the mill. Will CSA react on time? Oh. At the same time, I love watching the charge, but I've been looking at the bar to see how much tickets CSA loses from this.
Union went straight through the CSA line. They won that. The back line for CSA, 7th LA is now engaging, but... Oh, is CSA going to hold? 2 down flags. Those are CSA flags that are down. I think Union kept the flags back. The charging's close. If the calf for the Union rolls up, they could take point right now.
Yeah, Cav is just sitting back and shooting the outer lines, because tickets now, I think it's in the Union's favor from the looks of it.
Very close. But Union's so much more
I guess these more Yankees are running like, oh, there's CSA here still. Watch out.
They're at the river. Get them.
So Union's pushing up to the river now.
Get on point, get on point.
Looks like they're trying to get on point, just outright contest us. The Cav for Union needs to push down there.
Yeah, Reza needs to give word that they're hitting the point right now. I see
They should be able to see that they're on point. You should be able to look at the top and see that Union's capping.
The rest of the team's on their way from Maine right now. It's a big train of CSA, so if they get there on time, they could contest it, and it'll probably break to where both teams hit final stand and final push.
Yeah, CSA has... Oh, I don't know who has more guys here. Union's very blocked up. But
charging them now, so...
I don't know why the Union Cav is not up here with the pistols.
They're pushing the right. They're clearing out 19 Georgia on the right with their pistols instead of the point.
That's gonna get some nice out of lines, but
He mucks up the last one over there. Wait, here comes first AB coming down to clear the Cav. Oh, holy shit! Yep, Cav's gonna get wiped. Those are free tickets right there on CSA favor right there. It's breaking even now because they're killing the Cav.
tickets are very close right now. I mean, Union's still in a very good spot to win this game. Generally, the attackers you want to keep. Honestly, the attackers could be down like a fourth of a morale stage and still decisively win. So
Yeah.
Union's in a pretty good spot, all things considered, and
If they could just clear out those Yanks on the bank on the left on CSA's right side of the point, they can be able to probably get them down to. I think the timer drops to 2 minutes since both teams are in the final stages.
yeah, it'll probably be 2.5 or so minutes. Which is it's the time from your main spawn to the point of contention 2 times without bayonets or reloads.
Ooh, General Irish taking the Alamo. He's about to swing up there and hit them on a good flank.
So CSA needs to charge Union out. They need to get him in the final push as soon as
Here
possible.
comes a charge on the right from Kevin. CSA right of Kevin.
So both sides now at their last stage. 243 or 242 is that time. Union's got infinite tickets. Confederates, once they die, they don't come back. And CSA didn't get a whole lot of respawns with that last wave, because once they hit last stand, if you're dead, you spawn back in. And this should be a Union victory.
So far, they're like trickling in. They're getting shot as they trickle in, but I definitely think since they're holding that little creek right there, they're gonna just gun down the rest of the CSA.
So yeah, Union just, if Union trickles in slowly, that could be the death of them. You have a wave coming in from Maine, but looks like Union Cav is trying to get up on the left and get some shots with their pistols. You have some Union even going around the side of the mill trying to flank CSA out of here. 1.5 left. Union's not dealing a significant damage to CSA here. They're coming in trickled in, and CSA is just...
and they're stacking on the. Oh wait, you gotta push going towards the mill. They're gonna. Kevin's reforming his group at the mill.
Get into him, get into him.
Let's see, 1 minute and 20 seconds. Kevin's coming in with a mass charge on the right side of the CSA mill.
Yep, and this was good.
And then, Swiper, call it. No.
Bonjour, late
Yeah, no. See, Union's gonna win this. No one called out that there's a charge on the right, and they're gonna get inflated.
Yeah, I don't know if Union... It would have been close, still probably in Union's favor, but with Kevin charging in there, that's going to wipe out a good chunk of CSA. It's going to give Union a great chance to get guys up here, and you now see the rest of them starting to charge in here.
See, you got LAB and 19 Georgia. They're about to charge in.
Yeah, Union wins.
Yep.
Decoys,
This is a Union victory here.
Your thoughts with the round?
Definitely, at the beginning, could have shifted more companies to the left, because I think there were only 2 companies watching the left when it was a mass team push there. Yeah, the cavalry weren't with them, but like when you got just only 2 Union companies with big numbers, you need the entire team to defend that. Because Cav is just only 16 rifles that you only got to worry about.
Yeah, this was a well played round from Union. You capped that point early. You gave yourself 38 minutes to knock them down one whole morale stage. And you almost fumbled at the end by trickling in like you did, but Kevin reformed, and that was a great side push from them. It really gave the Union enough leverage to overtake and win the point. But besides all that, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. If you want to support the channel more, we have our Patreon in the description where you can get a live stream of all the broadcasts we do. You can advertise your regiment to the bottom of our videos and get raw gameplay footage of everything we cover with no commentary and UI. Besides that, though, we have our Discord and merch in there if you want to check us out and support us that way. But I appreciate you all being here nonetheless. It means the world, and we will see you in the next one. Have a wonderful rest of your night.